guys, what's up? My name's Dacoolmike and welcome back with another episode or part of Buried, a horror indie game about reading. Well, not really about reading, but there are no animation or video, just reading, but there's a story behind it. So that's it just has still pictures and words, but it's a horror game. That's what makes it interesting. So without further ado, let's continue on the last episode or last part. You guys have been watching the previous one. The last part, we managed to find a survivor or someone who works underneath the laboratory that we found in the middle of the woods. And he appears to be dangerous because he has a rifle and he almost shot us. But luckily, our crazy friend saved us, or hopefully tried to sacrifice himself without thinking, to grab the gun. I forgot his name though. Let me guys know in the comments because I'm very bad at names. So let's continue. So now we have the gun. Oh, an elevator. Before I get into the elevator with this guy, I think it's wise to learn a bit more about him. I can tell it's making him uncomfortable for me to have the gun. What's your name? I asked. Marcus. And you work here? It's clear that he doesn't want to answer, but he gives us a little nod. We're looking for the rest of our crew. Any idea where they might be? I asked. No, he said, currently not bothering to elaborate. There's got to be some useful info we can get out of this guy. I just need to know how to dig for it. I need a first aid kit for my friend. Here, I say. Where might I find one? Down on the second floor, he says, but we can't go down there. We are going down there, okay? What's on level 2? We need information, so before we do some stuff, we need to know what we're dealing with. So I'm gonna go with what's on level 2. He looks at me like I'm an idiot. You must be aware, you're inside a classified government facility, he says. It makes sense, but I want to doubt it. Well, I'm sure our government would want you to help save my friend, so take me to the first aid kit. I can't, he says. You don't have clearance. Hell, I barely have clearance. Then, seeming to himself, he mutters, I make this place run. And not even a thank you, just a bunch of restricted access rooms that I'm only allowed to go into with a friggin' ship chaperone. Or, yeah. I interrupt his monologue. We're going to that first aid kit. I could lose my job, he said. I wonder for a moment what sort of trouble I could get in for hitting a government employee. This makes me glad I took it easy on him. Then again, he had come at us with a rifle. It makes me think that things have gone terribly wrong in this place. And the explosion in the woods or whatever the hell had happened might be linked to it all. I need to convince him to take us to the second floor, but I'm not sure if it would be more productive to threaten him or ask for sympathy. Threaten him or ask for help. We have the gun. We don't need to threaten him. He's already threatened. He knows we're dangerous now that we have his gun. I'm just gonna go ask for help. Let's be sincere for once. Let's be nice to him for once. Look, I say, it hasn't been the best day. We're just trying to find out what's going on, to find our crew to survive. I know that this isn't a normal situation down here. It looks like all your protocols have been blown to hell. Can't you help us out? He looks at me sternly, weighing the options. Okay, he says. Thank you, I say. With an untrusting stare, Marcus walks to the elevator door, approaching a small keypad by the door. He punches in a numerical code on the keypad, and we can hear a slight mechanical hum behind the steel doors. After a few seconds of angry glances and frightened sneers from Marcus, the elevator arrives. The steel doors slide open with a whisper revealing the interior. Let's continue. Okay. What we have now. As exceptionally well lit, it looks to be made of stainless steel. I half expect the thing to take off at the speed of light. There's another small keypad on the front right panel by the door with the options for the sub-level floors. Looks like this elevator doesn't go to the surface. So after we get a first aid kit for Dennis, oh yeah, that's our friend, Dennis. How do we get out of here, I ask. We can't leave. Martha says, once the power comes back on, the whole place was put on lockdown. What? I shout. Can't you override it? No, it's to prevent anything from getting out. I can't. Marcus looks deflected at Dennis. We can't get out. We're stuck here. Dennis leans into the corner and almost falls into the floor. The struggle for the rifle took a lot out of him. I can see that much in his face. Slowly, he starts to move down. The hum and grind of the car's motors fill the space. What can you do? So, are we stuck here forever? There's no point of asking if we're gonna stuck here forever. If there's no way, then probably we're gonna be stuck here forever. So, maybe he can do something. So, I'm gonna say, what can you do? Marcus witnesses at the question, but I think it's fair. I mean, he's not allowed to unlock the doors or even get medical supplies. Why keep a guy around who can't even grab a band-aid without permission? Without me, nothing would get done here, Marcus answers me. Most people think they're so brilliant, but some of them can barely turn their computers on without help. The top coder in my class at MIT, and I'm stuck living underground, helping idiots who don't even trust me with keys. How big is the place? What goes on here? We know the place is big because it's a government facility. So probably whatever this is a giant laboratory underneath the woods. So we have to know what we're dealing with. What experiments this is. I think this has something to do with experiments. Because it's a government facility underground. Why would there be a government facility underground unless they're doing something that they should not be dealing with? So we're gonna ask, what goes on here? Marcus shakes his head. You may as well shoot me, I can't tell you. Why not? It's beyond classified, and the things I know don't even cover the start of it. What does that mean, I ask, starting to get irritated. It means that even if I wanted to tell you what sort of work is done here, I don't know enough about it. How big is the place? What's your job? Why would you keep asking how big the place is? What's your job? We should know what his job is, so we might know what we can get from him. We know the place is big, so there's no point. I handle the IT work and make sure that the database are up and running. It's 24/7 job. I haven't seen sunlight in almost a year. I wonder what staying in a place like this for that long would do to someone's mind. I was recruited, he continues, because of the workload. No one else wants this job, but I don't really mind being by myself. No family. Plus, the IT is some crazy shit. Crazy how? I asked. This place generates over 100 terabytes of data per day, he answered, getting the slightest bit upset before his face falls again. What happened here? What knocked the lights out? Well, clearly, he doesn't know what happened here. The fact that he's terrified, he has a rifle, and he doesn't know what type of experiments going on. So even though he knows something bad is going on, he does not know what it is. But I also want to know what kind of we're dealing with. We know the lights probably have malfunction because of whatever the thing is going on there. Well, let's go with what happened here. Seems like some sort of power outage, Marcus said. That's all I know. There was outage and then what? Then it's asking me. Then things got weird. Things got bad. Bad how? I asked. The whole place seemed to shake when the lights went out. I was checking the monitors when it happened, and everything went dead. It took more than a minute or so before I started hearing the screams. People were being killed by something. I tried getting the security cameras going again, but they only lasted for a little bit. On my backup systems, but what I asked, feeling a sharp fear warming way into my guts. What? I asked, feeling a sharp fear warm to my gut. Well, what I saw on the screens for that little bit of time made no sense. It made me get the gun from the emergency vault. I think whatever it is, it's still down here. Hold on, I say. There's an emergency vault with a rifle in the same room as the security cameras in the place. Marcus gives me a grin that looks nearly insane. There are guns locked away in every room. In this place, just in case, you know. Just in case of what? So we're still in danger here. Obviously, we're still in danger. There are screams. People are screaming for their lives, obviously. Why would people scream? Without any reason. So, just in case of what? Is a better question. As he opens his mouth to answer, the elevator comes to a stop and the door slides open. Marcus is out right away without a word. He makes his exit and heads directly for glass in room that is filled with computer monitors and high-end equipment. Dennis and I file out behind him, trying to keep up. As we do, every alarming question runs through our mind. What the hell kind of government facility keeps loaded guns and emergency vaults in every single room? End of chapter 2. So yeah, that's chapter 2. So what type of government facility has guns on emergency vaults in every single room? Probably some sort of protection against whatever experiment they're doing with. I mean, it's a government facility underground. What does that mean? They're hiding something, they're doing something they should not be doing. Afraid to show it to the public, so they have to go underground. So pretty much that's my thought of that. But yeah, that's end of chapter 2, and I'm not going to continue here, because we're going to continue the continuation in the next episode or part. So if you enjoyed this, leave a like, also don't forget to subscribe now and be part of the plan. And as always, I will see you guys next time with another brand new video. This is Dacoolmike signing off. Goodbye.